Boom. What is up? What is up? Oh man, I gotta stop laughing. What is up? What is up, people? This is the Knowledge is Free podcast. I'm your boy Warren G, and the place to be. Been clown free and sucker free since 2003. I always say the same clown ass shit. For all you listening on SoundCloud, hey, you listen. I hope I fuck up your day, your night, whenever you listen to this. If you're watching on YouTube, when you watch, I hope I fuck up your day and your night. And I hope when you sleep, you're like, God damn, man, I shouldn't listen to that clown-ass YouTube podcast. This nigga don't know what the fuck you talking about. That's what I want. I want you to be like, that motherfucker don't know shit. Let me go look this shit up and see if he talking what if he speaking the truth. But anyway, it's your boy. Of course, we was that clown-ass. We was at clown-ass slavery. Y'all know what we call it. The corporate plantation. You know, y'all know what it is. You know, the corporate plantation, God, whatever we call it, whatever it is, the job, the employment, whatever we want to call it. I was there today. I don't front. I keep it a buck. It's cold in a motherfucker too. If you in Las Vegas, it's cold. Now, it's probably not as cold as it was in Chicago. And I don't know what it is in LA, but it's cold as a motherfucker out here. It's cold as a hoe in Naked City trying to ask for $2. Oh, man. But anyway, hey, man. I'm pretty sure y'all been seeing what the fuck has been going on the news and seeing what the fuck it is. You know, I don't know what we gonna do and how we gonna live and how we gonna get it, but we gotta start making moves, people. I'm gonna get right into it. Focus on what matters. And the reason why I say that is because we gotta look at things that's going on. First, I'm gonna get on your boy Liam Neeson. Why does that surprise people? What didn't I tell y'all on all other podcasts? We gonna go on it real quick. Politics, corporate America, NBA, NFL, and Hollywood, all the same paradigms, all the same thing. They all think the same way. And you like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? You always say this all the time. Let me tell you why. Liam Neeson could do a parade and do not even speeches, but have the gall to tell somebody, yeah, you know, one of my friends, a lady friend of mine, she got raped, and I said, what color was she? Why did it matter the color? That should have told you right then and there. When a motherfucker say, well, what color was he? See, I remember on the corporate plantation, they used to make jokes about that shit. Well, what color is he? Now, let me tell you something. Ain't it a bitch that Caucasian can say what color it is when we built the country? It's always a negative spin on things when it comes to us. What color is he? You know, if it had been white, would you have been walking around looking for a white person to bop upside their head? Liam Neeson? But since it was a nigga, you couldn't wait. And then he gonna say, I was looking for any black bastard. No, you was probably saying I was looking for any black nigger I could find so I can fuck his ass up and kill him. And this is the same motherfucker that's in Hollywood. Just like the governor that I talked about before, and I'm gonna talk about it again. Ralph Northam, or Northam, or whatever the fuck his name is, who was dressing up in blackface, and it was somebody else that was dressing up in blackface. I think it was another senator or something like that. But what trips me out is that it's no problem when it comes to talking shit about black folk. See, that's the thing that we gotta understand. You ain't got no fucking friends, man. Stop thinking everybody's your motherfucking friend. They not your friends. They not gonna fight your battle. And they don't care. If you watch The House of Cards, man. What's his name? Francis Underwood, the guy who was Secretary of State when the first season starts, and he works his way up to be the presidential candidate. Well, somebody dug up a picture of his father with one of the members of the KKK. And let me tell you this. If you watch that season, I forget what season it was, either 1 or 2, it is going to basically tell you, if you watch The House of Cards, it's going to basically tell you how the political warfare game is played, and it's going to also give you a little insight on how corporate America is played. It's the same thing. It's all theater. Shout out to the chat room. Shawty Brown was, hey, look, I'm on time today. Hey, that last podcast, I hate to break pace on what I was talking about, but let's get right into it real quick. Man, I apologize about the last podcast. I got clown ass Cox cable, and that fucking internet ain't shit. For real. But the only thing else they offer is clown ass CenturyLink, which ain't shit either. They all ain't shit. Cox cable is garbage, man. And that shit, look, it was a straight blackout. But anyway, I apologize. And if y'all watch, I appreciate y'all watching. It was fucked up. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. It's all the same paradigm. That's why I watch House of Cards. It's theater. It's all theater. Just like when you go to corporate America, aka the corporate plantation. It's all theater. We all gotta go. Now, there's people who smile and then there's people who don't. I harp on this every single time I do a podcast, every single week. Do not be emotional at these jobs. That theater shit that you see on TV is all theater. Behind the scenes, they all friends. They all friends. That's a fact. And this is one of the reasons why I want to say that they all friends. Because Donald Trump, if y'all remember, about Donald Trump, remember all that shit he was talking about with Hillary Clinton? We're gonna lock her up. Remember when she wrote those emails and we're gonna have the FBI investigate her and she's gonna be put in prison. Remember all that rhetoric he was going with? Once he won the presidency, that motherfucker act like that shit didn't even exist. Cause they all friends, man. They all friends. Let me tell you something. Why is it Caucasians know how to get along for the greater good of mankind for their people, but black folk don't know how to do that, to move forward? How come we don't know how to support? Even if it's some shit we might not particularly like. Why is it this? Oh, well, he's a Muslim. Well, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. Well, he's a Mormon. Oh, he's a Hebrew Israelite, so I can't fuck with him. That's always been our problem. That's why Caucasians have been ruling the last 550 years. That's why the Moors got out of power, because the Moors probably couldn't get along. You can tell, because we are gods. And they are afraid of us, and that's a fact. And I don't give a fuck what people could act like, oh, we're not afraid. Go do your history. Do a little research. Do a little bit of research on the Moors and what they've done for civilization, what they were responsible for. So you don't think that they're a little bit nervous about what the fuck we got going on? It's a fact. We got to understand that we are gods. We are the knowledge base here. We are the ones, in my opinion, and not even my opinion, this is a fact, we're the ones that are responsible for education. So we got to stop looking and paying attention so much to the theater, but look behind the theater. Look behind what's going on. Start speculating in your mind, like, what the fuck is really going on? Why is this way? Why is it every single motherfucker, when it comes to reparations, a motherfucker or Black Agenda, they tap dance? Hey man, I watched a little bit of that Breakfast Club interview with Cory Booker. Look, Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, the Cortez Mastro, the Hispanic lady, this all the same shit. She gonna be pushing immigration. Cory Booker and Kamala Harris is gonna have the same type of agenda because they need everybody's vote. And they always talking about all people, like Dr. Claude Anderson always speaks about. Why is it when a black person get in charge, they always talking about all people, but they don't never talk about black people and our struggle and what we have contributed to this society? And I think it is either Black Labor, White Wealth or Powernomics, how he was like, black people we're special people. You know what I'm saying? And we've done special things that other people are not able to do. Yeah, they can try to replicate it, but let's go see somebody go build the pyramid and take away all the science and the technology that they have now today. Take away all that shit and start from scratch and try to go build a pyramid with no tools but stones and rocks and chisels, like the ancient Egyptians did, which are in Africa, which are Moors. Facts. Anyway, Kushites, Moors. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to Dr. Hirwafa Kamene, he talks about you can't understand Kemet if you don't understand Kush. That's a fact. And if you read, like I said before, They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima, it's gonna straight out tell you exactly what we were responsible for. And clown ass Columbus ain't shit. Fuck that motherfucker. But anyway, I'm about to read something from the chat. Liam was kissing and having sex with a black woman in the movie Widow. Yes, yes. But he wanted to kill a black man. That was not new. Cory Booker is with a Hispanic woman. All of the supposed fight the power black people in Congress don't date black people. Look, let me tell you something. Now check this out. Like I said before, wouldn't it be dope if first of all, Hispanic is not a race, so let's just get that straight. It's not a fucking race. That's some bullshit that they got y'all thinking. They're classified as white, so that's a fact. So let's just get this out the way. Wouldn't it be dope if his Hispanic, Latino, whatever it is, came out and said, hey, you know, I am Latino, whatever, but black people are responsible for civilization in this country. They built this country. And not only did they build this country through free labor, they're responsible for education. They're responsible for math, science, all liberal arts. If she did that, yeah, you might get a little bit of pushback from some of those Hispanics that be pushing their agenda. But the real Mexicans, the real Puerto Ricans, the real Dominicans, the real Cubans, the ones that really know what it is, ain't gonna fight that shit. That's a fact. Let me tell y'all something. Any Caucasian, any white, any Indian, it don't matter who it is, who you date. Like, I was listening to this one video by Dr. Claude Anderson. He was like, y'all go date. He was like, and that's a fact. Go date who you want to date. I don't care about that, just as long as they fighting for black folk. Facts. Because that's just a distraction anyway. You can date a half white, half black, it don't matter who it is. You can be mixed, but some of these mixed kids, they act more Caucasian and before they fight than anything else. That's a fact. And it is true. A lot of times, like, okay, let's just look at it like this. Would people have bought into the Obama rhetoric if Michelle was white or Asian or whatever? Probably not. But look at what Obama did for us with a black wife. And this is no diss. This is no diss. This is no diss. Cause I've dated all kinds of women. This is no diss. I ain't tripping. I fucked all kinds of bitches. I ain't worried about that. Let's keep it on the top of their hand. All these people that date outside their race or do what they do you still fight the black movement? That's my question. That's my question. I don't give a fuck about all that. I don't know motherfuckers. I remember motherfuckers trying to make me feel bad about that. Oh man, you date outside your race and all this other shit. I'm like, damn, you nigga act like I'm going out seeking it. I fuck with whoever fuck with me. But I ain't no coon, I ain't no Sambo. And if you read The Law of Magnetism, I gotta show that book again. Or matter of fact, I gotta buy it again because I lent it to somebody and I never got it back. But that's okay. I can buy it on Amazon. In The Law of Magnetism, it clearly states, magnetize people who are around you. And if you let off that energy of you ain't no coon, you ain't no Sambo, and this is what it is, anybody else that you date outside of your race, they're not gonna fuck with you if they not on that same path. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. And it will, and let me tell you, I tell people this all the time, man. Concentrate on what matters. We can fight the good fight all day long, but we gotta put around, like what did Dr. Claude Anderson say about vertical issues and horizontal issues? You know what I'm saying? He was like, you don't wanna deal with horizontal issues that go back and forth. You wanna deal with vertical issues that go up and down because you wanna go up to the top. Hey, man. Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, all these other people, Obama, speak on a black agenda and do for black folk. The knowledge is there. Read the books. Get around like-minded people. That's a fact. I'll always come back to that Housewives show where they married to these doctors and they black women. I forgot the name of the show. I'm blanking right now. But when they went to New Orleans, one of the ladies that was a doctor was like, maybe for us to get along, we should try voodoo. Man, that lady got to bucking her. And then this is a black woman. I don't do no voodoo. I don't do no voodoo. I don't do that. Look, I don't justify shit from nobody. Like, I can't explain other people's perspective at all. And that's a fact. I will not be doing that. But I can tell you this. When you magnetize people around you that are like-minded, everybody else that's not like-minded is not going to be around you. That's a fact. And they're going to understand every other race. I've been around Asians, I've been around Mexicans. Every other race is going to say that is fucked up what they do to black people, and black people did build this fucking country. I remember one time, my homeboy Faustino from high school, I remember we was talking about like race and shit, and he was like, you know, because I live, you know, when I moved from LA to a place called West Covina or Baldwin Park, which I hated, it was predominantly Latino. And Latinos particularly used to write nigger on the wall and all this other shit, and they didn't like niggas, and you know, a lot of Mexican gangs don't like black people. But I remember this dude Faustino was like, I'll never forget this, and he remembered this shit. That nigga was like, Warren, this is what's so stupid, man. All these Mexican gangs and all these people, they don't like black people, but they always listening to hip hop. They always listening to Roger and Zapp. They always listening to black people music. He was like, but they don't like black people. He was like, then why don't they just listen to, he was like, why don't they just listen to mariachi music? He was like, why don't they listen to that? He was like, why are you listening to hip hop and R&B if you don't like black people? And then he was like, a lot of the newer cholos, they wear Jordans, they dress just like black people, but they don't like black people. He was like, I don't fucking get that shit. He was like, and what's so funny is, he was like, when you look at sports, it's all black people. He was like, you look at entertainment, it's all black people. He was like, so there's probably more that black people did for this country, but the schools will never tell us that. And that fucked me up. And I was like, damn. And he was like, and what's so crazy for him is, he was like, you don't see black people in gangs running around looking for Mexicans to beat them up. He was like, black people only react to the racist shit that other people do to them. And he was Mexican. And that was my nigga. That's a fact. Man, shout out to the chat room. It really don't matter who they sleep with. It matters when you're using your own people. That, man, you hit the, man. Look, I'm speechless. For all y'all that's listening on SoundCloud, we got a chat room. I'm telling you right now, like, I don't even know what to say. That's what make me the most mad. When we fuck over, I call it fuckery. When we had that fuckery going on. And that's a fact. I've been saying fuckery for like, since 2012, 2013. I do not like it when we fuck over our own people and when we do not handle business correctly. Like I said again, the reason why we talking about motherfuckers like Liam Nelson and Ralph Northam and all this other shit is because look at them. Look at how these white people have galvanized a movement and they've basically, the dominant society has basically spun everything off. And then what do black people do? Start protesting. If you read Black Labor, White Wealth, or just go look at it. Fuck reading that if you don't feel like reading. Go to YouTube, look up Tone Talks, Antonio fucking Moore, who's of, since we gotta have white people, shout out to all the people that got the European education, the degrees. Go look up Tone Talks and he gonna tell you where the wealth is. That's all you need to know. Just go on YouTube and look at all his fucking podcasts. And he gonna tell you where the fucking wealth is. That's all you need to know. So why these clown ass niggas is out there fucking protesting because this white man wore blackface, which every white person fucking does in the goddamn America. Not every, but the majority of want to be black anyway. While they got y'all hating who y'all are, they're tanning, they're shooting their lips up with fucking collagen. Look at Kim Kardashian. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That bitch is a white, she's Caucasian. They got motherfuckers thinking Armenian is some type of prize. She's Caucasian. She's Caucasian, and all she do is fuck niggas. That's all she do. And she shot up her ass and shot up her lips and small, chopped down her nose so she could have the black features, but more of a Egyptian type face of how the Egyptians look now. Because Greece and all the other motherfucking European countries invaded Egypt, and then that's why the Egyptians start to look more fair-skinned or light-skinned. And hey, and you can vet me out if I'm not right. That's a fact. But I'm just saying, look at what they do. They got you hating your skin, and then they, okay, let's give another example. Sunscreen. Let me tell you something. If you live in Las Vegas and you melanated, you don't need no motherfucking sunscreen. Sunscreen is for motherfuckers that are vampires, not lichens. See, we're lichens. We're wolves. And if you watch the underworld, the wolves were the slaves who were stronger, faster, better, smarter, but they lived like peasants. And the vampires needed the wolves for protection. That's why, Victor, you got to see that. It's cold. It's basically based on racism. And they used us for their protection. But the wolves could go in sunlight. Vampires cannot, because they'll burn up and all this other shit. It's a fact. Man, oh, thank you. Behind closed doors, they do way more than blackface. That's a fucking fact. Shout out to the chat room. Man, this is the Knowledge is Free. If you just tuned in, if you are just tuning in, man, if you watching live, man, get in the chat room, because that shit, she be coming up with some facts. Hey, kissed by the sun, man. That's why they hate us. That's why when the motherfuckers be like, you need sunscreen? No, I don't need no sunscreen. Facts. Sunscreen probably is the shit that giving niggas cancer, skin cancer. That's why I don't use that shit. I mean, I caught myself using it one day. I'm like, what the fuck is I'm doing using this shit? I got melanin in my skin. Fuck these motherfuckers. I ain't using that. It's a fact. I was just irritated at those people that was protesting that. I think he's a Virginia governor. Man, it's Virginia, for God's sakes. Y'all better read The Secret Relationship Between Jews and Blacks. First of all, y'all need to understand the stock market. The first thing on the stock market was black folks, niggas. It's a fact. We gotta understand that, man. We gotta stop chasing things. Matter of fact, I think, was it Gucci or Louis Vuitton? One of those. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, chat room? I gotta shout out to chat room. Screwhead, what's up, man? We had a podcast yesterday, man, but that shit was tripping. Anyway, sorry I'm late, but you seen the Chris Brown and Offset Instagram beef? No, yeah, I was looking at that a little bit. What is going on with that? See, that's the thing. Imagine if Soulja Boy, Chris Brown, The Game, Joe Budden, all these people that's beefing, imagine if they just sat down with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan And you know, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan sat them down and told them, we need to stop this fight, and they came together. That would be a fucking powerhouse. Like Meek Mill said, I'm challenging all rappers to start buying property and houses and real estate and stock and bonds and shit. You see he didn't get a whole lot of retweets. That's a fact. He didn't get a whole lot of that. Matter of fact, I think it was, speaking of blackface, I think it was Fendi or Louis Vuitton or Gucci. One of them had an ad where a white person was in blackface and they had to take it down. That ain't, see, these are all distractions, ladies and gentlemen. It's a distraction. Focus on what matters. That's not, no, we want an economic base for black people. We want our own banks. We want our own land. We want our own resources. And we want to be codependent on us and separate from everybody else that is not for black movement. You notice I said separate from everybody else that's not for the black movement. Because what they'll do is be like, oh, that's separatism. And woo. No, you just, if you're not for the black movement, then you can't be around us. And any other race that has knowledge of what has happened to us, they should know that it is black people's time. It's time for them to, it's their time. Why everybody else get reparations but us? The Jews get reparations. The Chinamen get reparations. The Latinos, look, let me tell y'all, I'm in Las Vegas, fucking Nevada right now. On my mama, on my mama, it's so many goddamn Latino restaurants and Cuban restaurants and Jamaican restaurants, and ain't no descendants of slave restaurants. It's one that was on, we got this show called Dirty Dining where this lady goes around, the health district comes out and checks and see if your restaurant is up to par and it's clean. Well, if you're not clean, then this lady with the Channel 13 News comes out and puts your ass on blast. Well, it was a black restaurant, descended of slaves, in DOS, that's what I like to call. I got that from, shout out to Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks. They came up with this term, descendant of slaves. And she has this restaurant, which is on the historically west side, where all the black people live. And she got like a grade 8 for like 10 years in a row because her restaurant is clean as fuck. Oh, I'm gonna go down there, and when I do, I'm gonna do a YouTube video. And I watch, y'all think I'm bullshitting, and I'm gonna post that shit on my shit. I'm gonna do a YouTube video and post that bitch, so y'all can see it. And I'm gonna take a picture with her and be like, hey, this is a black restaurant, this is what she do, watch. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. We gotta give her props. But hey, I'm about to read from the chat room, and I will not be watching any more Liam movies. He's crazy as hell. This man wild, and he said in the interview, yeah, he is wilding. Hey, just like Shawnee Brown said, probably like 15 minutes ago, hey, he was tongue kissing the fuck out of Viola Davis, wasn't he? But it's acting. They don't give a fuck. Oh, they'll fuck us all day. But secretly behind closed doors, they want to be us. And there's two books that I want to tell y'all about, and I'm going to break it down to y'all real quick. And I'll show them in a future podcast. It's called Ancient and Modern Britons 1 and 2. And if you read Ancient and Modern Britons 1 and 2, the Irish, the Scotlands, all of them, the MacDougalls, the McDouglases, all of those, McDuffie, Conor McGregor, they're descendants of Moors. They have Moorish blood in them. Because if you read that book, Ancient and Modern Britons 1 and 2, I forgot. Oh, it's by David McRitchie. And it shows how it got pictures of the Moors, and if you're from Scotland and you're from Ireland, you have Moorish blood because they conquered all those places. Ancient and Modern Britons 1 and 2 are not easy reads, but they have great knowledge. And another thing, like Liam Neeson, he'd be mad because the reason why why are you talking about that, Warren? Here's the reason why. Because Liam Neeson, you got nigga in your blood. So why you not liking niggas? You're a descendant of a nigga. Facts. Let me read. Okay, thank you. Let me read this in the chat. Hey, Screwhead, he already got his money off you. You can stop. He won't mind. Sorry, bro. Hey, that's a fact. Hey, you know what? We can protest, we can do all that. Let me tell you, this is how you protest from my perspective. Get with like-minded people, try to push forward the black agenda. Protesting other people's shit right now is not helping black people. All it's doing, to me, in my perspective, is delaying time and wasting time and energy and putting energy into shit that don't matter. How many times we gonna protest? Then we protest with Mike Brown. Then we protest with him. Then we protest with Oscar Grant. Then we protest with then we protest with Trayvon Martin. This nigga still signing Skittles and giving them out. Didn't we protest with who else? Need I go on? Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner, Philando Castile. Didn't we protest with all those people? And what did that get us? Not a motherfucking thing. So we gotta stop that protesting. And it's no diss, I get it. You so pissed off, you like, I ain't watching this motherfucking movies no more. You know what? Who's not to say that Stan Lee wasn't racist? We don't know that. But is niggas gonna stop watching Marvel? You feel what I'm saying? Gucci is racist, but you see niggas still love Gucci. Remember what Jay Holiday said when the bitch asked him if he worked there because she needed her car valeted. That nigga said, nah, but all this Gucci on, baby. Nah, but this Gucci jacket on, baby. Gucci racist as a motherfucker. But that motherfucker couldn't wait to tell it. Nah, but this Gucci on, baby. Nah, but this Gucci on. That clown ass shit. We love Louis Vuittons and Fendi and Gucci and all this European clothing labels that don't give a fuck about no niggas. So protesting, to me, you wasting your time. How you protest is build an economic base, help build an economic base for black people, push it forward, you know what I'm saying? Support black people, and try to do as much as you can, and not even that. Stop hating on each other. Fuck the supporting, because we can say supporting. It's niggas who support niggas, but then it's niggas that get off on getting on the corporate plantation and telling on your fellow nigga and fucking with them. And making you, and you'll feel superior, like, yeah, I got that nigga today at the job. And all the dominant society do, the real dominant society, the real white people, they don't even respect niggas that do shit like that. If you a Sambo or a Coon, man, they can't stand your motherfucking ass. That's a fact. I'm reading something from the chat room. We go and kill each other for no reason, but George Zimmerman still walking around signing bags of Skittles. That's a fact. And if we so hard and we got so many gangbangers and we blood and crippin' and all this other shit, my nigga, blood, cuz, then why ain't nobody handle George Zimmerman? We got the Black Mafia and we got, exactly. Because niggas don't give a fuck about us getting killed because we don't have intrinsic value in each other, man. That's a fact. Look, let me tell you something. A motherfucker could be happy to see you go, but they'll be smiling with their people all day long. That's a fact. Let me tell you something. On a corporate plantation, you have your ups and your downs. You can be the dominant society in your department where ain't nothing but melanated people, but I guarantee you, if it's 5 melanated people, 3 of them don't get along with each other. Because it's always some fuckery going on. One motherfucker trying to get the pat on the head from boss. The other motherfucker trying to tell on the motherfucker that's getting the pat on the head from boss. The other motherfucker just trying to outwork the other two so boss can look at him differently. And then you got one that's like, fuck boss, fuck these other niggas. I'm just trying to get my paycheck and go home. Which one are you? I'm reading from the chat room again. Shout out to Trayvon Martin, dad. He's a real one. Yeah, man. I feel bad for them, man. I feel bad for Oscar Grant. I feel bad for Philando Castile. I feel bad for Mike Brown. I feel bad for what was the nigga that got shot in that shit was on tape too, where it was the 2 cops who arrested him and then they took him down and then they shot him. I forgot his name. He would sell DVDs outside the liquor store. Y'all chat room, tell me who it is. I forgot. That brother got killed too. I forgot his name. Man. That was sad. Freddie Gray, Eric Gardner. They gave Eric Gardner's family only $5 million. That shit is crazy, man. Look, let me tell you something. I'll just tell you like this. There is a story, not even a story. I worked with this young lady when I worked for the city of North Las Vegas a long time ago. and she had sickle cell anemia. Her name is LaQuinta. R.I.P. to LaQuinta. Let me tell you how cold things are. LaQuinta had sickle cell this whole time. And you know how they tell the niggas with sickle cell, oh, you can't have babies, oh, you ain't gonna live long. You know, they love to tell niggas that shit. But anyway, LaQuinta has been living all this time. LaQuinta passed away about 7-8 years ago. Well, they killed LaQuinta. So her husband, he got attorneys, which rightfully so, smart man. And they've been in depositions in law and court, right? For 7 years. Well, he was in a newspaper and the court awarded him $45 million for the hospital assassinating his wife. They gave her too much of some medicine or something, of a steroid that caused her to go into cardiac arrest. Melanated system. She had sickle cell. Now, he was awarded $45 million, right? $45 million. Alton Sterling. Thank you, sir. Alton Sterling. In the chat room. Now, he was awarded $45 million, and I'm happy he got that $45 million. But Eric Gardner's murder was on film, and they only got $5 million. It was on film, and they got $5 million. So what matters more? Big Pharma or the police state? The police are more important. The police, they will protect and serve the police department more than they will own the pharmaceutical company, because the pharmaceutical, you say, oh, well, they got money. Yeah, they got money, but the government is backing the police. So what does that tell you? If this man was able to get $45 million for his wife in damages, and Eric Gardner, whose murder was on film, only got $5 million, what does that tell you? Policemen are like gods. They're race soldiers, like our brother Tariq Nasheed says. We gotta understand what it is, man, and see what matters most. And look at the shit. And stop glorifying and magnifying this shit. When you go to that job, I always tell my melanated people, go to that job, get in where you fit in, and get the fuck out. Don't come to work smiling and talking with everybody and laughing and joking and doing all that. You know why? Because when you are quiet and you are slow to speak and eager to hear, oh, that worries motherfuckers. Then they start coming out the bag and ask you all kinds of questions, you know, and you know how I do. I like to do this is a translation. What's going on, Tyrone? You haven't been smiling today. What, you know, is everything okay? Now let me do a second translation on that translation. What's wrong, nigger? Why you not talking? You know, we're used to you buck dancing and cooning and samboing it up for us. We love a good sambo story and how you're talking about other niggers. That's what they like. Facts. We gotta pay attention to this. Liam Neeson and Ralph Northam, these ain't the only motherfuckers that view us that way. Every other race, look, that's why other races don't respect us. Look, if we gonna protest, don't go on that swap meet, which are everywhere, and buy some motherfucking pro clubs from the Chinamen and the Korean men. Don't buy them from them. Oh, they always got our black socks, our jerseys, our pro clubs, our pro club shirts, our pro club cargo pants, our pro club shorts, everything. Oh, trust me. I tell this story all the time about how it made me very uncomfortable in that swap meet. And I was buying shit at first and I felt good, but then when I went back, I was like, I'm not feeling this bitch. You know, because she was purposely targeting us. They get our shit and they sell it to us. Don't think that the dominant society is not allowing these people to do that shit. Just like I look at, if you're in the medical field or just not in any field, I look at how things are set aside. When you go to the Latino part of town, they got their own lawyers. They got their own tax people. Oh, I look at everything. If you come to Vegas and go to the Latino side of town, they got their own lawyers. They got their own restaurants, their own grocery stores. They got everything. You go to the west side, we ain't got no lawyer, no law firm over there. You know why? Because the niggas think the white man's ice is colder. We don't even go, you know, to black people for taxes. I remember my mom would go to a black dude with taxes, to do her taxes. which was dope. You know what I'm saying? You try to keep things in, but it's hard. Because black people, like the chat room said, want to fuck over our people. For sure, for sure. Hey, appreciate you watching. Appreciate you watching. Hey, man, for sure. Some people in the chat room got to bounce. Appreciate it, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching. You got to stick together. You got to move each other forward. Hey, I'm pointing at that camera because I'm telling you motherfuckers, this is to my melanated brothers and sisters. If you at that job cooning and tell Shepard and tell them about a gunline boss, I can't stand them motherfuckers, man. And they exist at them corporate America jobs. And it ain't just black coons too. It's Mexicans and Asian and Filipinos. And Filipinos, they get on the job, they some telling motherfuckers too. Shit. And starting shit having asses. If you can't wait to go to work, to talk to people about what they've done on their day off and all that, then you don't have purpose. Monetize your intellectual property, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fact. Monetize it. That's it. Stop putting your hands in a corporate America job in the corporate plantation so you can work there 30 years. And what you gonna do after 30 years? You 70 years old. I remember, like I said before, I worked with a motherfucker who said that I got a 20-year plan. This nigga 50. I said, the way you drink and eat, nigga, you probably ain't even gonna be around. No diss, but I'm just saying, that's how some motherfuckers think. The time is now. Stop protesting. Stop fighting for your rights and fight for our rights and all this other shit. And stop looking at, ooh, he got a good job and hating on the motherfucker, and see how you gonna get your economic game up and move forward and progress and not be a clown, a coon, a Sambo, and feeling like you gotta be like everybody else to fit in. Be confident. Shit, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. See how my hair is. Man, I'm at an age, I'm at this age now, and fuck a motherfucker, man. We so judgmental of each other, but we don't judge other races. Judge them motherfuckers. Like the goddamn clown ass Post Malone and all these other motherfuckers that culturally appropriate our shit and then try to be the naysayers in our shit and try to validate who we are. They can never validate black people in this country. If you are DOS and you are a descendant of slave, they can never validate you. Your people built this fucking country, not Christopher Columbus and his clown ass Indian friends who they gave all the motherfucking land and resources to and named them the native people when black people were already here. Y'all need to wonder why we don't have reparations. Why we not in charge? Why do you think we not in charge of shit? Because we handle things totally different. We don't do the email thing and hide behind closed doors and talk shit. We'll tell a motherfucker to their face. Now that's some bullshit. Why do you think these laws and all this shit is created and all this theater is created? It's created because it's cowardly. And a lot of people get off on that. A lot of people can't wait to get up and go to work today and smile and be all happy. Look, let me tell you something. If I'm going to work and I'm all happy and I'm struggling, I ain't got no crib, no property, and a motherfucker got crib and got all this other shit and sending their kids to college and they live in a nice area and my shit is in shambles and I'm running up behind another man who got it all, then I got a problem. Because I've been in those situations. I don't run behind people. Be your own man. I can only speak to my people. Anybody else that get offended, oh well. Black people, you cannot be racist. So stop letting people think that and stop letting people make you think that you racist because you want your people to excel and be the best that they can be. And you want your people to get what's rightfully deserved of them since they built the fucking country. So stop partnering up with these Indians and these Latinos and all this fucking segregation. I mean, and this immigration, all that. That ain't our fight. I'm sorry. I feel bad for 21 Savage. Sorry, clown. You on your fucking own. That ain't my fight. Fuck out of here. For all I care, they should have poured your black ass a long time ago. That's what you get with your bitch ass for that. Because you should have known already. Motherfuckers be thinking that, hey, you see Sean Barrows got deported. They deport that motherfucker back to Belize. You see, he went crying, oh shit, they gonna deport me. They get a lawyer. All right, fuck it, I'm out, y'all. Peace. That's how you gotta be. Those fights are not our fight. You know what our fight is? Reparations, land, resources. Not Beamers, Bentleys, Escalade trucks, Range Rovers, and Porsches and shit. Damn, man. God damn. I'm not saying you can't have nice shit, but sometimes we got to get over that shit, man. That's a fact. Buy the Porsches. I'm not saying don't buy all that, but we got to understand we only a team. We get judged as a collective. That's a fact. We get judged as a collective. They don't judge everybody else like this, but they judge us the fuck like this. They judge one motherfucker by everybody else's actions. And they judge everybody else's actions by one motherfucker. That's a fact. And I don't care what nobody say. They see a nigga on the news running around shooting everybody, then they gonna be looking at you like, oh my God, does Tyrone have a gun? Hold these politicians to what the fuck they say. Man, I swear to God, if a motherfucking politician come grinning and skinning in my motherfucking face, I'm gonna be like, so what's up with black reparations, man? What y'all gonna do for black people besides building us a recreation center and giving us basketball courts and shit? I ain't gonna lie, I have not visited the West Las Vegas Library in Vegas in a minute. Cause you know I order a lot of my books from Amazon. I need to go down there and take a trip down there. Cause I'm pretty sure they got interesting books. So that's something I gotta do too. And I'm gonna do it for myself, fuck it. Get up and go down there by myself one day and just see what kind of books they got. And see what books I can purchase. Cause I don't like renting books, I like owning books. That's a fact. Get you some books and read, man. Get you an etymology book. Look, if you wanna know why I be going in on the Indians a lot of the times, this is the reason why. They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. Awesome book. I'm telling you, it's a great book. Those other two books I wasn't able to show you, but Ancient and Modern Britons 1 and 2, oh man. Liam Neeson would be mad, or Neeson, or whatever, Liam Neeson, or whatever the fuck his name is. He's a clown. Liam Neeson is what I call him. He'll be a mad motherfucker because you're a descendant of a Moor too, clown. You got Moorish blood in you, clown. You better read J.A. Rogers, Nature Knows No Color Line, or Ancient and Modern Britons 1 and 2, clown. Go pick up those books. Hey, man, this has been lovely. Appreciate the chat room. Hey, man, like I said before, hey, I appreciate y'all. Y'all be having me dying laughing. For all you who's listening on SoundCloud, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Whenever you watching this, I'm in the chat room. When is your book dropping? Hey, Screwhead, let me tell you something. Look, don't think I ain't been thinking about writing a book, but about corporate America. A real book about being black like me in corporate America and starting off at the bottom and seeing exactly how you get treated and seeing how other black people treat each other. Oh, don't think I ain't been thinking about that shit. That's a fact. I think niggas will read it because it'll be to our liking. It ain't gonna be no fuckery shit. It'll be some good shit. Cause hey, working in the corporate plantation, on the corporate plantation, I done seen some real fuckery from our people, man. Like white people, the dominant society don't even have to do the dirty work. Cause black people go, we ready to kill each other. Man, but I appreciate it. Shout out to the chat room again. If you watching on YouTube, whenever you get a chance to watch this, hey, I appreciate y'all. Hit the bell, hit the subscribe button. Hey, Screwhead in the chat room. Hey, send this shit to every coon you know. They ain't gonna know they a coon though. Hey, man. Hey, you have a good night. I appreciate you staying up and watching because I know you on the East Coast, man. I appreciate you, man. For real, for real. Hey, I'm gonna probably do another podcast tomorrow around 6:30 to pack it on in for the rest of the week. I appreciate y'all. Hey, this is the Knowledge Free Podcast, man. If you riding around in your car and your baby mama tell you to stop by the store and get some milk for the baby, and then after you stop by the store, you stop by a bitch's house, you already know what it is. She gonna have that motherfucking GPS on your phone. You already know what it is, y'all. That's my saying. Guilty, nigga. I'm out, y'all. Peace.